How we doing? How we doing? Today is Tuesday, May the 28th, 2024. Just doing a real estate tap-in with you for today. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is I think we're not getting real accurate numbers when it comes to delinquency and foreclosures. I've been following a few people that are in the real estate space and kind of more so in the numbers. If you watch this, I would recommend following Melody Wright on YouTube. She also has a Substack. I think it's Melody Wright _3. But if you just go to YouTube and type in Melody Wright, and that's right with a WRIGHT. She does a lot of digging in terms of the data. And she worked for a servicing company, mortgage servicing company, so an origination company as well. I think a mortgage origination company. So she has a lot of experience in this, and looking at the data, I think there's a lot more people that are in some form of foreclosure than what is being let on. And I think that a lot of people who purchased during the pandemic or right when the pandemic happened, they're having a lot of issues because obviously they bought at the height of the market, at the top price, and even though they got a good interest rate, I think things like their taxes, their insurance are starting to increase, and that's putting them in somewhat of a bind on what they can do on a monthly basis. So something to definitely look out for. Will more housing come on the market because people are in distress? But I'm seeing that a lot more investors are reaching out to these people, and they're able to do a subject to transaction. A lot of things that we talk about here is where we create the note by doing a subject to transaction, taking over someone's existing mortgage, because the benefit of that is that it is a low interest rate mortgage. If you're somebody that bought in 2000, 2021, 22, you would be able to get things for, your mortgage rate could be 2%, 3%. So investors come in, say, look, we can catch you up and we can, make this payment for you. And then what investors do is that they create a new loan, create the financing for the buyer to live in that particular property. And that's part of creating a note, and something that we talk about here. And there's a conference going on at the end of this month, and then I think we're gonna try and get some numbers on just how big the industry is, because it is going to grow, because they are helping these people out. These people may not have a lot of equity. They may have some just because they bought so recently. So they may not be in the same position that, a lot of other people who have lived in their house 10, 15, 20 years have built up a solid amount of equity. There are a lot of people that may not have, that much equity where they could sell and, realize a profit. Some people may have to, bring they have to bring money to the table in this instances. So, as things change in terms of taxes, insurance, overall costs for just living are going up, and people a lot of times were already stretched to the maximum of what they could afford. A lot of times, when they bought these homes, they were over 40%, maybe 50% of their total income was going to housing. So when there's an uptick in food costs, electricity, your streaming services, everything has kind of gone up. Cell phone, your car insurance may be going up, stuff like that. And then your tax and insurance going up, it really puts you in a position where you really can't afford the property. So we're starting to see more of these opportunities, and that's why I talk about we need more private money to kind of come into the space as well to be able to help these people. There are people out there that are doing some things that are not above board, and some people are possibly getting scammed, but we try to do everything above board, make sure that we protect our investor first and the homeowner first. They are equally important. We make sure that our investor gets paid, but we're also making sure that this payment on behalf of this seller is being made to protect them in case they get into a situation where they want to then buy later on. So a lot of those opportunities are out there, and I anticipate more coming out there, as well as there are notes that have already been created where people are looking to sell them and to recoup some money so they can take advantage of other opportunities. So really the real estate note space is where a lot of deals and opportunity are, and we're always looking for individuals who may have some investment capital and want it to be invested safely and securely, backed by an actual asset, and that's what we try to do. So if you're interested in talking, you can reply to the video, and you can ask any questions that you want, and see if this is a good time to invest in real estate notes. We think it is. Definitely a growing industry, about a $25 billion industry, and I think it's probably going to go somewhere to about $28 billion by the end of this year. So we'll see. All right. A lot of opportunities out there. You just got to know where to find them, and helping people out that are in these situations, or buying existing notes that people want to sell and move to other investments, is a place to be right now. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Go to my YouTube channel, Abundant Capital Group on YouTube. There's a lot of videos there that will explain notes, real estate notes, and how to buy notes and different things like that, so you can get some information there as well, and hopefully you can subscribe to the channel. All right, talk to you soon.